All right, let's talk about threshold. Threshold determines when the compression kicks in and what peaks get shaved off. In a way, it says, okay, if you get too loud, then I'm going to kick the crap out of you. And so what I like to do is imagine there's a line across the screen. And when we have the threshold set at 0, it's way at the top. In fact, we can't even hit it because if digital goes over 0, it starts to clip. But if we start bringing that down to, say, -5, -10, then we're starting to see more compression. So right here, I got a little drum loop, and I've got, I don't think I've got any compression on it right now. Let's make sure. Okay, we're bypassing it. And so here's what we got. All right, nothing really fancy going on there. Now what we're going to find here, I'm going to use this threshold setting right here. Let me do some adjustments here so you can see. And what's going to happen is as I pull it down, we're going to get more and more compression because we're going to start smashing at an earlier onset, meaning at quieter volumes, we're going to hear more and more compression kick in. So take a look here. Okay, I've got it real subtle there because we're at -15, which means you can see we're starting to get a little bit of the compression going. But it's kind of, if you're not used to compression, it may be a little subtle for you. So let me go ahead and just crush the thing. And we're going to pull it way down so that the compressor is actually kicking in right here. Meaning any waveform that crosses this line, like say this big guy here, is really going to do some, get destroyed. So let's check that out. Can't even hear it. Let me use. And we say destroyed, but in that particular case, it wasn't really that brutal. We heard the reverb come up, and it sounded like there was more ambience, but the way we have this compressor set right now on this particular compressor, which is designed to be clean, this is Ozone 5, so it's kind of a mastering thing, we're not going to hear a whole lot. Now, what's interesting about the threshold is we can set this to only hit this dude here and leave these little guys alone. So let's kind of look at that, and you'll see it here on the screen in Ozone. All right, so I'm pulling the threshold down. And if you take a look at the screen here, right where this big guy is, we're attacking. But then we're leaving this guy completely alone. And then this kind of medium guy is getting it again. And if you saw it over here, it'd be the same thing. Okay, so let's take a look at this little guy. The big dude here will definitely get compressed, as we saw over here. But the little guy, because the threshold is at -7 here, it's high, meaning way up here, well, probably more like here, this little dude should have no trouble. He should slip in just fine, like it's limbo or something like that. Let's go ahead and process it. So watch this little dude and see if he changes it all. If he changes it, shouldn't be much. No, it didn't change at all. If you were watching close, and let's go back to the pre-compression way, you'll see this guy stays the same, and then these big guys get bigger because we're undoing it. See that? So very subtle compression there, very subtle. But the point is, we're nuking the loud stuff and leaving the soft stuff alone.